So there it is. What a bounce back game for the Cowboys, and what a trend they have started for the month of September and the beginning of October. They either blow teams out or lose. The polar opposites. They are so unpredictable. But then again, that's what the Cowboys are. Either way, they improved to 3-1, handing Bill Belichick one of his worst losses ever, and improved to 9-1, coming off losses since 2021. It's no question that the Cowboys can respond. That's just a fact. However, us Cowboys fans are infatuated with this win because we know what question comes along with this week. Can they get revenge? We'll just have to wait and see, and I cannot wait. But before I get into that game, let's just talk a little bit about the response the Cowboys had. The most obvious one coming from the defense. It was a night and day difference. They allowed 222 rushing yards last week with no turnovers, to then allowing only 53 rushing yards with 3 turnovers, leading to 2 defensive touchdowns. Jerome Bland was feasting and should give Cowboys fans that were questioning him some ease. Yes, he's no Trayvon Diggs, but he's Jerome Bland. Let that sink in. You're talking about a player that has gotten 8 interceptions since 2022, the most in the NFL, and also has caught more passes for touchdowns than anyone on the team. So like the defense as a whole, they need consistency. Let's be honest, the Cowboys having this type of performance isn't going to happen every week. They need that energy and effort for the rest of the year, especially this week, if they want a chance. Lastly, with the defense, Micah. One of the disadvantages of having that type of motor and speed is the injury factor. I can't tell you how many times him and DeMarcus Lawrence have just lit each other up. Just bang! It's bad. And I get the majority of the injuries in football are bad luck. However, the Cowboys need Micah. Losing Micah along with Trayvon Diggs would just be, it'd be a massive blow. And right now, it seems like he's getting battered every week. If I'm the coaching staff, I'm going to try to find ways to prevent these head-on collisions with your own teammates. I get injuries happen, especially at the level and the speed they play at, but I'm all for techniques and little things to prevent injuries. Speaking of injuries, O-line seems to be the one targeted the hardest right now. We've seen multiple scares every week. And just like last week, we saw just how much this offense runs through the O-line. I'm pretty sure the O-line, the starting O-line, hasn't even had one snap together. So hopefully they can get right, stay right. I will say though, the backups that have been coming in have been stepping up. Shout out Chuma Edoga. The offense as a whole, I feel like, has improved every week, showing great potential. I like the pacing and the control they have right now, and hopefully they can keep building. The only thing is the red zone. They have to be better, and that's just the truth of it. However, there's no reason to be incredulous about the red zone. It's only week 4 with a new play caller. But at the end of the day, if the Cowboys are still beating teams 38-3 and still have problems to fix, sign me up for the rest of the year. The Cowboys had a good first month. We would all love them to be 4-0. However, 3-1 is the second best option, and they have clear problems to fix. Now I know I flew through the game recap, but that's because I wanted to talk about this next and up-and-coming game. To me, these types of games is what makes being a fan worth it. The rivalry games, the playoff games are just on another level. I hate that the Niners have beat the Cowboys the past 2 years, especially in the playoffs. However, the only silver lining I see is that this rivalry is starting to gain traction again and build to what it once was in the 1990s. This is what I said when the schedule was released. 3 is against the Cardinals. This is the year for the Cowboys to beat them. They have got their asses kicked the last 2 times they've played them. I'm looking forward to this game, no doubt. But listen, I'd rather have the Cowboys beat them in the playoffs than the regular season. And who knows, it might be this year. So, if the Cowboys are going to lose to them in the regular season, but beat them in the playoffs, I'm all for it. I am all for it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see the Cowboys beat the Niners twice this year. However, I have some gut feeling that the Cowboys are going to lose this week, but come back and beat them in the playoffs. Now, don't quote me. Anyways, this is going to be a big test for the Cowboys. And I think it's fair to say that both teams seem to have improved from last year. But the Niners don't have any blemishes right now. They are undefeated and chugging along. The biggest thing for this game is the defense stopping the run. If they can do this, then they can unleash the D-line on Purdy. However, that's far more easier said than done. Christian McCaffrey behind that O-line and behind the play calling, it's almost unstoppable. If the defense plays just as well as they did last time they played, they have a shot. And it comes down to the offense. The offense is going to have to step up to the plate. This defense has been a challenge for this offense, no doubt. A challenge like the Jets they have faced earlier this year. However, unlike the Jets game, they can't rely on the defensive touchdowns to come. But if they can move the ball like they've been doing and find a way to get in the end zone, the Cowboys will be able to get over this defense that has scarred them for the past 2 years. Overall, my prediction is that I feel that the Cowboys defense will be able to stop the Niners offense, and it will come down to the Cowboys offense. Will they be able to get over that defense? We'll just have to wait and see on Sunday night. Anyways, thank you for watching, and let me know what you think about this next game and this Patriots game. Have a great week. Peace.